planets that have recently been discovered have all been found to be uninhabitable compared to Earth. Solutions to problems like low oxygen and water availability may make some areas suitable for human settlement, but many others will not. Any intelligent life form that comes too close to these deadly planets or tries to colonize them is asking for trouble. Most of these planets have insurmountable hurdles to life, including situations beyond high temperatures. Number 5. Ogle 2005, BLG 390 LB. One planet in particular stands out as having a haunting awareness of its impending demise in the vast cosmic ballot performed by celestial bodies. We'd like to introduce you to Ogle 2005, BLG 390 LB, a mysterious rock that resides in the Milky Way, the galaxy that serves as our home. After being revealed to the world with the tempting prospects of being able to support life, its narrative has taken an abrupt turn, drifting toward the freezing abyss of iciness. Ogle 2005, BLG 390 LB's trifecta of characteristics first enticed astrobiologists to consider its potential liveliness. This is a monument to the mysterious nature of the universe. Its placement afforded a gleam of cosmic companionship thanks to the fact that it was tucked away amid the intricate pattern of our galaxy. It was a rocky sentinel that hung in the expanse and mumbled secrets of unimaginable potential. But as soon as the reality was exposed, it cut through the air like a knife, and the enticing dance of potential vanished almost immediately. The charm of this planet, which has always been so alluring, has suddenly yielded a revelation that makes one quake with fear. Its atmosphere is nothing more than a wispy wisp, and as a result, it offers little solace against the penetrating grip of its harsh environment. An extreme temperature falls to depths as dark as the cosmic vacuum. A startling -220 degrees Celsius, -364 degrees Fahrenheit. The chill bites with the fury of a cosmic frostbite, swiftly destroying all hopes or dreams of life as we know it. Imagine a realm where mercury would crystallize and continue to stand as a guard in the solid state. Even the coldest nooks and crannies of our abode on Earth can't hold a candle to the oppressive heat of our springs. The temperature drops to a frigid -97.2 degrees Celsius, -144 degrees Fahrenheit, in a region of Antarctica that is never warmed by the gentle embrace of the sun. In our world, something as simple as a breath has the potential to turn into a ruthless herald of doom, wreaking havoc on our respiratory systems and tearing the frail threads that hold our lives together in an instant's time. Number 4. Trace 2b. In the cosmos' vastness, one planet stands out as a genuine mystery. That planet is Trace 2b. Trace 2b, given the moniker Deadliest Darkness, presents itself as the very definition of obscurity, appearing as a sinister silhouette against the backdrop of the cosmos. Its color is so dark that it defies explanation. Putting it next to coal will make it look like a bright light. This planet, found in the faraway Draco constellation, is calling to us from an incredible distance of 750 light-years away. Its partner in the cosmic dance, the star GSC 03000, 549 to 02811, is a brilliant star that resembles our sun in its splendor, but it wraps its mysterious companion in an eerie embrace of darkness. This enormous globe, which is almost the same size as Jupiter, thrives in an environment that laughs at the idea of reflection and is comparable to Jupiter's vastness. More than 99% of the star's luminous gifts are consumed by the dark cloud that envelops Trace 2b's environment, making it impossible for them ever to be seen again. The Stygian appearance of Trace 2b is only accentuated by its fiery demeanor, which adds another layer of mystery to the creature. Even though one might anticipate that being in the dark would result in being cold, the temperature in this region is searing. Temperatures here surge beyond all comprehension, with readings reaching well above 980 degrees Celsius, 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a world in flames, with surfaces that crackle and blaze with the intensity of an ember still burning. An odd phenomenon is unfolding amid this burning mayhem. Imagine the ferocity of an electric stove or the brightness of burning coal, and then envision these mesmerizing spectacles unfolding on the scale of the entire planet. Trace 2b emits a fascinating crimson glow from its inside, even though a cloak obscures its exterior. This ethereal radiance is a paradox, a tribute to the dynamic between light and darkness played on an otherworldly stage. As we progress in solving this cosmic puzzle, another layer of mystery comes into view. They engage in a captivating waltz together, always facing each other like dancing partners involved in an endless look. The embrace that Tres 2b and its star enjoy is so passionate that it almost seems they are one. This tidal lock bestows upon this mysterious place an otherworldly symmetry, as it causes one face to be permanently turned to the star while the other face recoils in perpetual darkness. Number 3. Ogle TR56b. There is a planet out there in the vastness of the cosmos called Ogle TR56b that defies conception and pushes the boundaries of what can be considered habitable. This celestial anomaly has earned its spot among the most dangerous planets ever found, and it can be found tucked away in the far embrace of the Sagittarius constellation. The distance between it and our home on Earth is an astounding 5,000 light-years. Imagine living in a world where time is warped and 1 year might pass in just 29 hours. This is how time works on the planet Ogle TR56b, as it skirts dangerously close to its host star, confounding the conventional wisdom of planetary formation. The whole concept of a year is becoming increasingly like a fleeting idea. This mysterious world does not follow the slow orbital waltz that its siblings do. Instead, it hurtles itself into the inferno created by the caress of its sun. However, the most daring thing that Ogle TR56b has accomplished is not the recklessness of its orbital path. If you were to venture onto its surface, which is highly unlikely but not impossible, you would find yourself in the middle of a raging storm caused by the elements. Because the surface temperature increases to an unfathomable 2000 kelvins, there is no longer even the remotest possibility of the planet being habitable. In this context, scorching takes on an entirely new meaning, referring to the process of melting steel like wax in a cosmic forge. When you look up, you will see a sight that defies the standards of the Earth, a tornado of melted iron churning its way through the heavens. Clouds, if they can even be called that, are not delicate tufts of water droplets, but rather enormous billows of metallic vapor. In other words, clouds are not what we often think of when we think of clouds. One can only gaze in awe at the turbulent ballet these clouds perform, a dance of the elements that is a tribute to the severe conditions that govern this tormented universe. And as if the chaos just described wasn't bad enough, Ogle TR56b adds one more extreme to its repertoire: precipitation that is not water but iron in liquid form. Imagine a sky so burned that it is weeping molten metal cascading down to the ground in a scalding waterfall. This is a rain like no other, a spectacle that accentuates the unearthly quality of this faraway realm, and it is falling. Number 2. Venus. Within our very own solar system, one planet stands out as a chilling masterpiece of lethality in the cosmic theater of wondrous things to behold, and that planet is Venus. Venus, located tantalizingly close to Earth, envelops itself in a problematic cloak woven from sulfur dioxide-rich clouds. As a result, the surface of Venus is cast into a state of continuous darkness. These clouds, like spectral sentinels, conduct a symphony of light interception, thereby protecting Venus from the life-giving touch of the sun while clinging closely to a fatal secret: carbon dioxide. A world that is beyond anyone's ability to imagine is slowly emerging from behind this eerie curtain. Volcanoes, called the celestial chimneys of Venus, simultaneously release heat and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere as if inhaling impending doom. In this region, carbon dioxide gathers in alarmingly high concentrations, transforming Venus into a hostile environment unsuitable to human life and devoid of air suitable for breathing. And the atmosphere, which is a suffocating mixture, cradles heat and gas in an embrace that cannot be broken, turning Venus into a furnace of inconceivable dimensions. Temperatures have reached a sweltering 467 degrees Celsius, 872 degrees Fahrenheit, which is more than the limit of human endurance. However, we have decided to continue our journey across this hellish landscape. This burning anguish never abates, which is remarkable, as Venus continues to be a place of unrelenting heat day after day and night after night. Tossing aside the standards of planetary comparison, this unrelenting fury on Venus even affects the poles, typically considered places where moderate temperatures can be found on other planets. Our presumptions regarding the relationship between the celestial siblings are called into question by the stormy intricacy of Venus. If it were stripped of its obfuscating shroud, it would resemble Mercury's desolate and barren landscape, devoid of the mysterious clouds that form its facade. However, even amid its turbulent malevolence, Venus reveals yet another part of its enigma: rain and snow, but not in the way we are accustomed to seeing them, but as representations of its own unique nature. Curiously, even though the skies are crying over Venus, the tears that fall from them are not of this earth. Metals such as galena and bismuthinite fall like snow, appearing to be solid reminiscences of the ethereal water crystals we are familiar with. What about rain? It comes down as sulfuric acid, an embrace so acidic that it would extinguish all life instantly if it could. Yet strangely, the fiery kingdom of Venus embraces this aqueous grief with a brief touch. This is because its hellish heat compels raindrops to evaporate in the middle of fall, giving birth to even more clouds, a spectral monument to the cycle of celestial lamentation. Number 1. Proxima B. Proxima B first appeared as a glimmering promise at a gleaming lighthouse of optimism in the vast cosmic tapestry. Within the sea of stars, it stood out like a shining star. In the embrace of the red dwarf Proxima Centauri, which was 4.24 light-years away, it tantalizingly mimicked the features of Earth, igniting scientists' imaginations with fantasies of aqueous expanses and life flourishing on its surface. As Proxima B moved in an orbit around its fiery partner lasting 11.2 days, it appeared like a cosmic waltz was being performed. However, in a puzzling and disturbing turn, the further we delved into its depths, the more we revealed the harsh fact that Proxima B is a warning of impending doom. This was our first indication that the star could be a potential threat. Imagine that one of the planet's hemispheres is engulfed in a cruel, scorching heat capable of melting even the hardest of metals. In contrast, the other hemisphere is wrapped in a chilly embrace capable of stopping the beating of any human heart. A wilderness of extremes that seem to have no way of being brought together. The Twilight Zone is a paradoxical temperate strip that appears to beckon and can be found in the middle of this extreme. However, the planet's location in such proximity to its raging parent star is ultimately its doom, turning any possibility of habitability into a hollow mirage. The unbreakable hold that the star has on Proxima B is not its raging inferno or its icy pit. Instead, it is the star itself that is the source of the planet's poisonous allure. The faint brightness that emanates from Proxima Centauri masks the star's fundamental nature as a tiny red dwarf. These stars have a fickle disposition, as evidenced by their solar flares, which are analogous to cosmic temper tantrums. These violent bursts of energy, which occur every 2 to 3 months on average, leftly caress their circling companions and guarantee the end of any lingering hopes for life. The skies witnessed an infernal display on a fateful day in March of 2017. Proxima Centauri erupted in a burning tantrum and hurled a massive flare toward its unwary progeny, Proxima B. The heavens witnessed an infernal display as Proxima Centauri erupted in a blazing temper. The star's brilliance multiplied by 1,000 in the space of a single beat, producing a cosmic scream of power. The unfortunate exoplanet was used as a canvas for this blinding wrath, and it was doused in a tidal wave of radiation that was so intense that it dwarfed even the most powerful solar flares that Earth has ever been subjected to. Just try to picture the suffering. Radiation is equivalent to 4,000 times the amount shielded from us by our planet, falling on top of a terrain already uninhabitable. A constant bombardment that makes any idea of sanctuary seem like a terrible joke. The stage was set for an ecological catastrophe on a cosmic scale and was ready for its performance. Any hopes of life being on the surface of Proxima B have been extinguished, and in its place, an eerie quiet has begun to reverberate throughout the barren wasteland. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this one, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel to never miss out on any of our videos.